Hi, my name is Thaggard-Brown, and I'm going to be presenting my media project on The Little Mermaid. I would first like to introduce the actress Halle Bailey. She is 22 years old, singer and actress, African American, has played in many movies and TV shows, produces her own songs, and she is going to be playing the main character Ariel in the upcoming movie of The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid premiere has caused some controversy because it highlights the systematic problems that we face in society about women continuing to face criticism from the world no matter what they are trying to do or what they're involved in. This movie premiere has caused a racial uproar in society because of people and their biased beliefs. It really makes you think about the current culture that we live in now and how things are getting worse in some aspects. Younger girls can also receive the wrong impression from the backlash because it could be damaging to their self-esteem, or it can create a mindset that is a negative influence which may go into their adulthood. It also goes to show you why some movies can come off as harmful to viewers because of the certain conflicts and dynamics that it create based off the viewer's points of view that some children shouldn't witness. Here we see some controversy from the premiere. On the left side, there's a Filipino guy from TikTok who is watching the premiere as anybody else is, but when he turns around, his face is painted black, which means that he's making a mockery out of her because she's a minority, and Ariel is usually portrayed as a white character. And then on the other side, we have someone tweeting about how white girls deserve to have a true to color Ariel and that they made a huge mistake by hiring Halle Bailey, and that the movie will be trash just because she's also a black woman and they have programmed Ariel to be white because of how she was presented to them in the beginning. I first linked this with the gender roles concept in Module 1. I feel after the movie premiere, the actress got a lot of backlash, and this was important for gender roles because negativity came from men and women. As a woman, I felt there should be more empowerment no matter what someone's race or skin color is, and there was not enough support given to the actress because of a biased opinion that people had, which may seem unfair because although we see statements from men really take a toll on women, you wouldn't expect women to engage in it also. So the quote that I got was from Why We Should All Be Feminists. It says, "I know young women who are under so much pressure from family, from friends, even work to get married, and they're pushed to make terrible choices. A woman at a certain age who is unmarried, our society teaches her to see it as a deep personal failure. And a man at a certain age who is unmarried, we just think he hasn't come around to making his pick." Which goes to show you that people in society don't put demands on men, but they always ridicule women into what they think they should do at a certain time, or just being possessive over their life in general. The second concept that I would like to get into, which is in Module 2 regarding race. I felt since this actress was a minority that she was put at a disadvantage, and people wondered why she was picked for the Little Mermaid role. Race is often a big topic to society because of how people were raised or their illogical mindsets that they are refusing to educate themselves. People often forget that words could deeply hurt strangers, and that there's a difference between giving your view versus being a bully. Women are constantly judged by the things that they say and do and are held to a specific standard, especially if they are a person of color. This that I got was from women being abused, or why black girls are targeted in school systems. Black girls are routinely seen as loud, too aggressive, too angry, too visible, qualities that are often measured in retaliation to non-black girls and which don't take into consideration of what's going on in this girl's life or her cultural norms. With this being race, I feel like if the character was white, there wouldn't have been so much animosity and anger coming from the viewers or the people viewing the premiere. But since she is a person of color, it seems like she was automatically targeted just because of the cultural norms and social norms that are already set in society about Black people, whether it's a male or female, and they are seen as a target to society, and or like animals that can't receive anything without taking it, as in good blessings don't come to all people. The next module I would like to get into is module 4, which focuses on the sexism, so sex. People continue to talk about the Little Mermaid's character, saying that she doesn't appeal to their desires, as if she was created to bring pleasure to people and not bring children happiness who look forward to Disney movies. Women are constantly sexualized about what they should look like and what they should wear. They are always being told that they need to change something about themselves to seem more pleasing to other people in their minds. There are many online triggers for women that may inflict self-hate just because of what people comment on social media. And I picked this quote from Targeting and Abusing Women Online, which says, sexual orientation, gender identity, race, ethnicity, religion, you name it, it amplifies the violence endured by girls and women. And for our younger girls, it is worse. It's clearly traumatizing. I feel like this is a major part of just how online abuse is for most girls, that they are seen or they want to be seen a certain way, and that you are made to think that this person has a certain body. If you don't have this skin color, this enhancement, this type of figure, that you are not worthy to be seen, or that you are not going to be desired by other people, which can give the wrong sense of reality to younger girls, because then they will grow up hating who they are or trying to be something that they're not, and they will have a hard time fitting in with themselves because they're not comfortable with who they truly are, because society has painted one way for women to be in order to get attention from the opposite sex or people in general. And the last module that I connected this to was the intersectionality one, which is in module 7. I feel like this was a great aspect just because the Little Mermaid character, she did face a lot of discrimination. Thousands of people are telling her what she should have done with the role or giving her ways on how she could have declined the offer, which shows that people think they have a say on everything a woman pursues in her lifetime. Just the same as motherhood, people are always telling women that what they should do with their bodies, and if they should have a child, and whether it's going to be good or not. I thought this was a really good example that I got from Ryder on TED Talk, which it says, if I don't want to have a baby, then that's my decision. And she says she went to the doctor to, pretty much get an abortion. And this is what the doctor told her. She said, what I was hearing was that this doctor told me that I'm supposed to disregard everything I believe, and if a partner demands a child. And I feel like this goes hand in hand, because I feel that the world is so opinionated about what women do. They feel as though Halle Bailey shouldn't have chose the Ariel character, taken the role, because she's white and she's Black, and this would have just caused a confusion for little kids, or this would have been a bad job to take, just like they tell women whether they should get an abortion or keep the child. I feel like women should be allowed to do what they want to do, have their own say, have their own mind, just have their own sense of reality about pursuing whatever makes them happy. No one should have any course, opinion, or decision for them just because what the woman is doing, it doesn't affect them. If a woman doesn't want to have a kid, it doesn't affect you. If she does, it doesn't affect you. She can take on motherhood by herself, in a sense, and she doesn't need a second party to be a great parent to her child. Just as if Halle Bailey in the role, she could have turned down the role, but then that just would have meant she sacrificed something that she really worked hard for. And just because people are so used to seeing one race and she's a different skin color, it doesn't mean that it should have stopped her from, experiencing something that she's longed to look for, that has pretty much given her gratitude over the situation. And I feel like in these situations, it's best if women are allowed to obtain the life that they want to live and that they desire to have without someone else telling them they shouldn't. And then these are just my sources: gender roles and race, sex, and intersectionality that I chose for this project. But overall, I feel in this project it was really good to see in the real world how race, sexism, gender roles, they all play a unique part in the role of society today, and they are fitting into our social norms, and that just needs to change, because women should be allowed to equally fit in no matter what they look like, what they bring. All that should matter is their work ethic and their passion. And this is the end. Thank you.